Hello there, loyal viewers. This is the VGamerX. I'm back with some more Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Rescue Team DX. Last time we left off, we had a encounter with the powerful Mewtwo itself. And if you were disappointed that that entire dungeon lasted only one video, well, that's going to change here for what's coming up next. Good morning, VGamerX. Now, you might remember, I made a poll asking about, how to handle, refighting the legendary birds, and, the two options were tied about doing the fights on camera or just doing them off camera. They were tied, so I just, you know what they say about the coin, I just went with the other option. So yeah, you won't be seeing you don't see any repeated fights. But now, Alakazam seems to have something to say. I've heard of weather anomaly affecting a certain sea. They say a whirlpool stretches from sea to sky in a colossal tornado. It is said to be near the legendary island. It hasn't caused any damage so far as I know, but it does concern me. Will you travel to the legendary island to observe what is taking place? Good. You accept the job. I hope for the best from you. So yeah, we gotta go. Head to the old friend areas. Right here. And this is the closest we'll get to actually being at the friend areas. Fire, ice, and electricity. When the three powers merge as one, the Guardian of the Sea is said to arise. Our arrival at the legendary island. The three of us caused the Sea Guardian to awaken. It is what caused whirlpools to grow into tornadoes. I have here the Vortex Stone. Burying it, you will gain passage through the sea's tornadoes. It will lead you to the place called the Silver Trench. There you will find the Guardian of the Sea. Now go. The Guardian of the Sea awaits you. Obtain the Vortex Stone and gain access to the Silver Trench. So like I said, that's the next one. Like I said, that's the closest you get to actually being on the friend area. Although on that original game, they would actually be positioned on the part of the island that represents their type. And I will say, thank God, this game, they made them, they instantly become recruited as soon as you rematch them once, because I think in the original game, it was basically a chance. Either they will or they won't. Oh, sweet. I could use these before heading off to our great adventure, so I shall get myself prepared. Hello there, Munchlax. Oh. Yoink.
Hey, that belonged to Munchlax. Munchlax went back.
Here you go.
Really? Really? You give food back to Munchlax? Munchlax feels squishy inside. You honest and nice. Munchlax like. Munchlax say thank you with this.
A big eater belt.
Munchlax go now.
Thanks, buddy. There it is, the Silver Trench. Hope I'm prepared enough for this. As you can see there, 99 floors. Like I said, the last dungeon I went to was, it was only 20, it was only one video, and you saw how long Mount Faraway was. That was a few videos of God knows how many videos this will be. But yeah, I got the electric boys ready. electric boy and girl, or whatever, Electivire is, whatever. Now let us depart. 'Cause I'm even, it's like, that Mount Far Away 60 floors, I'm admittedly kind of having doubts of whether or not if I would even, am I going to finish this entire place. You know what, Electivire, since you're lowest level, I'll let you eat this. There you go. At least the game's kind enough to throw me a bone in the middle, cause in the beginning. Thank you. That orb is not very inviting. Just for that, we'll take this instead. Oh, Wind Gold. Yeah, that, I was gonna say, you land that, that thing's gonna be super dead. Eat that. Thank you. Ah, sucker. You know what? I'm not even gonna bother worrying about treasure. Whatever. I don't have time to re-extinct you. Yeah. Plus, there's also the off chance that I actually end up dying for the first time. Because if I end up getting taken out on this level, I have to do the whole stage. I have to not only do I have to do this whole over again, but I have to, like, if I were to restart the recording, I'd have to. It had to be right back to where we left off, and God knows how long. And if it's like super high up, then yeesh. Don't be surprised if you have to wait a while for another session of this game. That ended up being the case. Eat this. Am I talking negatively? Positively? Maybe. I should be thinking thoughts like, come on, this is an adventure. We can do it. We can do this. We can win. We feel great. Dun, 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 dun. Wow. Here, how about you sit there and relax? And I will say right now, spoiler warning, this isn't even the last mission I'm gonna do. There is actually one final like story mission I will do after this. And I know for a fact, while it is difficult, it's not 99 floors, I'll tell you that. Let's be nice and healthy. Dun, dun, dun. The only thing I'm happy about in this game that they took out a certain other like trait that was in the original game. Was that trait? For those who haven't played the original, 4 words: one-room monster houses. Those were put on certain floors, and if you didn't prepare yourself with a petrify orb, then you were in for one hell of a fight. Come on in. Come on, Quillfish. Let's bring in the Overquill. I don't get it. Don't worry, you'll find out like soon enough. Or I guess technically it would be, just look at, I guess the right phrase would be, just look in the history books, you'll see. Speaking of which, it is is it? Yeah, it's next week is Pokemon Day as I'm recording this, so. And who knows what I'm pretty much expecting most of the spotlight to be on ZA, so I'm curious to see what's going to be offered to, finally get to see what's going to be offered through that, outside of the return of, Mega Evolutions. Christ, man. But I'll be on the, well, once that day comes, I'll be personally keeping an eye out for any of the announcements. Like I said, it's most definitely just going to be all focused on ZA. But who knows what other stuff. There's probably going to be more Pokemon Go stuff, which I don't really play that game. I tried it. Not my, wasn't my cup of tea. I guess the only, Jesus. They really had this trenched mind. It's not supposed to be that type of trench. I think the real question is ZA gonna be on the Switch 2 as well, since that's coming out this year? Or is it gonna be on both? Kinda like what Nintendo does with some games at times, or maybe it will just be on the Switch, or maybe they'll be awaiting something else for the Switch 2. Who knows? Even if I wasn't planning on saving up on my apples for this place, I definitely not gonna waste one on a Weedle. Out the way. That's how you know the getting's tough, when these guys aren't dying immediately to my Thunderbolt. I mean, I guess as you saw with the Quillfish, yeah, it's level 60, so that's pretty much what we're dealing with, and thankfully, we're just me and Golduck are just above. Electivire, well, there's a reason why I gave him the Empowerment Seed. And if the chance we do hit Monster House here, that discharge is going to come in nice and handy. Like back in the good old days of the Explorers of Time, where Diamond Darkness, where you learned how much of a goofy-looking threat Porygon Z was. Friggin' discharge. Bam. Ow. But okay, again, every time I see Budew laying down, I keep thinking, like the ridge on it of its leaves and its feet, it looks like a face. I keep thinking it's some sort of like bug Pokemon. Ow. Ah, Dang it, I knew it was too good to be true. Alright, you guys rest up. We will be heading this way. It's a good thing we got out there in time, because if a moving Pokemon just walked it there and Electivire decided to discharge, I'd have to waste another orb. Unless, well, actually, what am I saying? It will most likely take on... well, what am I saying about that? We just saw Electivire miss a couple times in a row with the discharge, so there's always that chance. That orb is useless here, so why even bother? Ow. I think the awakening mode is making it load a bit. Oh, you trickster! Oh, I forgot Anorith was not water type. Yeah, it's like... Both of Hoenn's fossil Pokemon are sea-related, considering the environment of that place, yet they're not water type at all. Because they needed to stick with... At the time, they needed to stick with the theme of fossil Pokemon being rock type. And it wasn't until... And then, Sword and Shield happened, where they kind of broke that tradition with those... Try something new with the fused fossils, which was a pretty neat idea. Stairs on the bottom right, are they? Alright. Oh. Get out of here. Kaboom. Yep. Once again, it's always in the last place. Here you go. Better than use those off the ground and just wait than using up one I already have in my bag. Let's not worry about the crab. I mean, especially because I just use Mud Sport. Now we'll go.